confesses his feelings for EU, but she rejects him, stating she doesn't need time to consider. Go-Hin reveals he's leaving for Earth soon and wants to be honest about his feelings before he goes. EU remains adamant in her rejection and later confronts Go-Hin about his drinking. Go-Hin reveals he obtained alcohol from Garcia. He proposes a year-long waiting period, suggesting they could potentially date if EU finds herself alone and betrayed by others. EU dismisses his proposal and expresses her concerns about their partnership and his impending marriage. Go-Hin informs Minali about the lottery ticket belonging to Kingsu, urging her not to reveal its existence. Minali struggles to trust Go-Hin and considers returning the ticket to Kingsu. Kingsu, however, manipulates Minali with lectures and attempts to control her. The episode delves into Taihee's past experiences in space and her encounters with a mysterious donkey. Taihee questions the donkey about its current job, but the donkey claims to have no assignments. Gong learns of Go-Yoon's sudden engagement and expresses his regret and disbelief. Gong's mother, a fortune teller, predicts that neither she nor Gong will have children. Go-Yoon confronts Jae-ing about the engagement, revealing her awareness of Gong's feelings. Min-jin faces pressure from Jae-ing to accept the implantation of the X into her body. Kangsu reveals his illegal experiment involving the X and his plans to release it on Earth. Yu discovers Kangsu's actions and confronts him. Yu accuses all men of deception and expresses her belief in a curse affecting women. Yu's sister advises her to investigate Garcia's potential involvement in the curse. Kangsu successfully releases the X, but faces immediate repercussions from his superiors. Jae-ing suffers a physical and emotional breakdown upon learning of Kangsu's actions. Kangsu, unable to use the remaining X due to surveillance, seeks help from others. Minali, influenced by Seonjin and Garcia, agrees to help Gong with his own experiment. Gong attempts to inject the X into the egg but faces initial failures.
Yu, while investigating the mouse experiment, witnesses Gong's actions. Minali, suspicious of Seonjin and Garcia's activities, discovers their involvement in Gong's experiment. Minali provides crucial assistance to Gong, guiding him through the injection process. Gong successfully injects the X into the egg, securing the future of the child. The episode concludes with a close encounter between Gong and Yu, leaving their future uncertain. The episode begins with a flashback to an interview where a male astronaut prepares for his third space mission, his first as commander.
In the present, Woki Mothers, a female character, brings up the possibility of space sex and childbirth in space. Lehman, another character, dismisses this, citing zero gravity as a hindrance to physical intimacy. Gong, a character with a strong interest in reproduction, argues that childbirth is possible anywhere. Gong successfully fertilizes an egg and assigns aunt and uncle roles to some characters and a brother role to Garcia. A discussion ensues about what to do with a lottery ticket won after the successful fertilization. Garcia insists on returning the ticket, believing it would be unethical to profit from the creation of life. Gong visits a facility where mice are being studied for reproductive purposes. He witnesses an attempted mating that fails due to the female mouse's hormonal deficiencies. Min-jin, a character seemingly ill, is brought to the hospital. Go-Yoon, who received the final call from Go-Yoon, presumably deceased, is present at the hospital. Yu, another character, is tasked with changing the orbit of the space station. Yu experiences insomnia later and starts reading a book while observing Donghae, another character, watching a scene of Gong and Yu. The aunt visits Donghae and offers him breakfast. She playfully kisses him. Donghae later visits the aunt's house to turn off the TV, raising questions about how he knew about the remote and her passport. Donghae admits to his sister that he was confused and apologizes for his actions. A flashback reveals a conversation between Gong and Yu about a tourist arriving on the space station. Yu expresses reluctance to be intimate with him, fearing potential complications. Gong, having overheard this conversation, later greets Yu. In the present, Gong apologizes to Yu for past problems and suggests they go to the market on a date. He observes Minali, Shunjin, and Garcia. Minali takes the Manari ticket and leaves the Kansuk, presumably a vehicle. Gong accidentally answers a phone call and reveals to Minjing that the egg has been fertilized, congratulating her on becoming a mother. Minjing is furious upon hearing this. Kangsu, denying the possibility of successful fertilization without a microscope, tries to open the incubator, causing a disturbance. Mission Control issues a code yellow alert, prompting the team to pack their belongings and prepare for a mission to Scorpio. Gong inquires about going to Amath, but Minali confirms their destination is Scorpio.
Gong attempts to retrieve the incubator, encountering resistance from Kangsu. Kangsu reluctantly agrees to help find a suitable location for the incubator in Scorpio. Shunjun, concerned about the lottery, questions Pengsu about his packed belongings.
Gong, while en route to Scorpio, continues his efforts to secure the incubator. Kangsu observes him from nearby. The baby Malpa, presumably a malfunctioning system, activates in the space station. Code Red is announced. Gong attempts to retrieve the incubator, but Mission Control forbids it, warning of potential catastrophic consequences. Gong falls and reaches for the lottery dovetail. He awakens to find himself locked inside a compartment. Despite attempts to contact others and escape, Gong is left alone. Gong, trapped and desperate, screams for help but receives no response. The episode ends with Gong's cries for help fading away. The episode begins with Gong witnessing Priyu's attempt to save him from a dangerous situation. Gong urges Priyu to stay back, fearing for their safety. Priyu, determined to rescue Gong, ignores his pleas and continues her approach. Priyu reminds Mission Control of her commitment to save Gong, emphasizing her unwavering resolve. Mission Control acknowledges Priyu's determination but remains uncertain about Gong's fate. Malba, observing the situation, recalls a past conversation with Gong where he expressed his desire to explore the moon with her. Malba's presence brings a sense of relief to everyone, confirming Gong's survival. Gong also notices Malba and seems relieved. Gong apologizes to Yu for the danger he has caused. Yu forgives him and reminds him of their shared dream of exploring Earth together. Mission Control remains unaware of Yu's actions and their communication. Yu silences the communication channel and shares a passionate kiss with Gong. Subi, who was previously trapped in space, is on his way back to the Scorpio. An oxygen leak is detected in the space station, jeopardizing the crew's return to Earth. Yu informs Gong about the final spacecraft test before their departure. Gong expresses his longing for Earth and shares a dream he had. Hope smiles, while Donghai observes, acknowledging his growing feelings for Hope. Donghai is distracted by the oxygen tank incident, revealing his concern for Hope. Tehu subtly hints at Donghai's feelings for Hope. The Scorpio, carrying the crew including Kingsu, Shunsun, and Garcia, begins its descent into the Earth's atmosphere. Gong expresses his love for Yu through a message, but communication is interrupted. Mission Control reports a critical engine module failure, jeopardizing the mission. Gong attempts to guide Yu through the crisis, but Yu feels helpless. Yu initiates an emergency system shutdown, ensuring their survival for 2 days. Tehu informs the media about Gong and Yu's predicament. Kingsu's team successfully returns to Earth. Yu remains calm and assures Gong that they will return to Earth together. Tehu proposes sending a rescue mission, but the auntie objects due to the limited resources and the long wait time for launch. Kingsu arrives on Earth and is questioned by Go about Gong's whereabouts. Kingsu explains the situation and reveals a plan to rescue Gong. Gong's mother, despite her grief, remains hopeful for his return. Yu bids farewell to Mission Control, acknowledging the gravity of their situation. Gong and Yu share a moment of intimacy, drinking alcohol to cope with the situation. Gong's physical condition deteriorates, and he experiences numbness in his feet. Yu provides him with comfort and support. The auntie continues to advocate for a faster rescue mission, facing resistance from space control. Gong acknowledges Yu's unwavering support and expresses his love. Yu remains calm and reassures Gong, despite their impending fate. Gong and Yu share a tender moment of intimacy. Gong's physical condition worsens, and he experiences increasing pain. Yu remains strong for Gong, offering him comfort and support. Gong and Yu share a final kiss, accepting their fate with courage and love. The episode concludes with this poignant moment. The episode begins on the 9th day of the crew's entrapment in the Go space station. 40 hours have passed since they were stranded. Jerome, a crew member, observes the sky, mentioning that they were told they could see the space station today. Go, another crew member, confirms they should be visible, but their lights are currently off. The doctor announces a signal from the freezer near Go, indicating that Vivi, another crew member, is still alive. Jerian reacts with relief, and the doctor examines his brother. Lee Man, an outside observer, overhears the news. He reflects on the past, specifically Goen's departure for the space station. Goen had promised Lee Man to attend his wedding and had expressed a desire to work with Dr. Europe after marriage. Lee Man recalls Goen's words and wishes him a safe journey. The scene shifts to Goyun, who is conversing with a man. Goyun expresses concern about a damaged banana tree, blaming the man and his actions. The man, Dongi, apologizes, explaining that it was unintentional due to the prevailing conditions. Dongi emphasizes the importance of saving the village, particularly for Goyun's sake, as he is her fiancé. Goyun insists on speaking with the man's boss. Jering is seen negotiating with an elderly man, likely the rocket launcher. He offers a substantial sum of money to save his grandson. The man acknowledges the money but emphasizes that astronauts cannot be bought. Kangsu, another character, arrives and criticizes the three individuals, blaming them for the village's predicament. He warns them of the consequences if they fail to assist in the rescue mission. The scene shifts to the rocket launch site. The team observes the rocket's progress, discussing the need to increase its speed to reach the space station within a day. The timeline is critical, as the spacecraft has a limited oxygen supply. Back in the space station, Goyun, accompanied by a cow, recalls a conversation with his sister. His sister had instructed him to prioritize the safety of the first tourist in case of an emergency. Goyun expresses his desire to see his family in the village once the rescue mission is successful. The scene shifts to Dong-gi, who arrives at the rescue site wearing a special suit. He expresses his intention to assist in Moon's rescue. Meanwhile, Moon's mother is shown at home, distressed and calling for help. Moon returns home and discovers an accident, sustaining burns on her hand. Moon is hospitalized, and her mother expresses concern. Moon informs her mother about the rescue mission and her intention to return to the control room. Dan-gi prepares for his departure, exchanging heartfelt words with his aunt. Kangsu and his team arrive at the control room, but they encounter difficulties. The rocket is launched and successfully docks with the space station. The crew enters the station and discovers Gong and Yu alive.
They find Gong in a spacesuit, visibly distressed. Yu is also found, and it is revealed that she may have survived. The crew is shocked to find Gong and Yu naked, implying they had taken desperate measures to survive. Dong-gi retrieves Gong and Yu from the space station. During the descent, their capsule catches fire. However, they successfully deploy the parachute. The capsule nearly explodes due to the fire, but it lands safely in water. The episode concludes with the successful rescue of all the crew members.
The EU and Gong arriving in Seoul amidst media frenzy. Gong admits to saving the EU out of love and addresses his engagement. On set, Gong expresses his excitement to Yu, promising to kiss him every 15 minutes and envisioning a future together. Later, Gong is seen smoking alone, prompting Kang to inquire about his state of mind. The conversation hints at a deeper emotional turmoil. Gong and Dong-gi have a tense encounter in the bathroom, with Dong-gi accusing Gong of lingering in the previous room. Ji-rong enters, and Gong discreetly passes him a ragged sock. Ji-rong later discovers something concerning within the sock and rushes it to the doctor, where Minjing is also present. Goyun Susan is emotionally distraught during a meeting, expressing feelings of inadequacy and disbelief in her own worth. She becomes upset and leaves. The narrative shifts to an investigation team being dispatched to the space station to uncover the truth behind the incident. In a village, a girl receives food and a note inquiring about her post-discharge plans. Lehman reveals that the village gave him socks containing a lottery ticket, a significant object connected to a past event. Dongi confesses to sleeping with his sister while Gong was away, pleading for forgiveness and another chance. Gong witnesses this confession from afar. Gong and another character experience a sudden increase in oxygen levels, leading to a tense and emotionally charged encounter. Gong is seemingly killed, expressing his despair and questioning why he was not saved. Hugo learns of the incident and acknowledges Gong's worthiness. Tai questions his boss about Gong's departure, but no concrete answers are provided. Gong's phone is found at the space station, containing a cryptic message hinting at a hidden motive. Dongi celebrates his birthday with Q, sharing a video recorded during his space mission.
Q, watching the video, expresses fear and anxiety. Minjing offers support to Gong and encourages him to cherish his relationships. Gong recalls past events with Mew, including their plans for a movie outing after his discharge. Gong and Mew meet at a convenience store, enjoying a meal together. Mew confesses her feelings for Gong, acknowledging the danger she put him in. The episode concludes with a cliffhanger.